Today I'm going to show you a new Kahoot-like program that has a few more advantages than Kahoot. The kids can play it on their own, looking at their own screens, as opposed to having to use the board up front to play. And you can also assign it as homework. You can leave a time frame open for how long you want the kids to be able to access it, and it will actually record their scores. It will compare their times when they do it against times of kids who have already done it. And you can put a link directly into Google Classroom, so it's very easy to incorporate in. So far, I've played this with my classes a few different times, and they like it better than Kahoot. And I'll show you a few of the reasons why here in a second. But first, you would go to Quizizz.com, right here, Quizizz, and then .com. When you create your account, you can sign up with Google. You can create your own account name, however you wanted to do it. You'll notice that the interface looks a lot like Kahoot does. Here's where it becomes interesting. When you design your quiz, okay, I created a quiz here that, here's what I like. If I go back here to public just for a second, if I highlight this, you'll see over here the questions pop up. That is faster than Kahoot for if you do a public search of different things, so that you can see, okay, this is right down my alley. I don't have to recreate the wheel, or this isn't what I want. So you could search for things, you know, well, if I did, let's try this, sports medicine. There could be different things right here, and so you can still do searches, and then you could go through quickly and see if it's going to work for you or not. Once you have if you create your own quiz, which actually was back on the home page, create your own quiz, if you hit that, you'll recognize that it looks a lot like Kahoot, where you're going to name your quiz, you're going to make it public or private, you can add a cover image to it, etc. And then you have your different questions. Okay, so you can pick different fonts and different things. You can pick your time frame. You can add your image. All of this is very similar to Kahoot. You can create your question here, then your options for your answer, and then if that's the correct answer, I hit correct, and then my other ones, and it shows you right here what it'll look like when the kids see it. So here would be what the question would look like for them, and then their answers. Okay. Once and I'm going to have this wonderful quiz. Okay, so anyway, to get back out of there, to go to my quizzes, if I were on this quiz here, okay, I can do all these different things here with sharing it with links and whatnot. I can assign it as homework, and the homework part will give you when they need to complete it by, okay, and then you'd hit proceed. You can have all these options for what you'd want them to do. You could show the leaderboard for them. You could, you know, have music playing, show memes, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So that would all be a part of programming it up. But once you're ready to play it, you would hit this for the kids and hit proceed. And then they have a code just like they would on Kahoot that they program in. The nice part is that you can share it on Google Classroom right into as an announcement, to where the kids can go to Classroom and see it and play it, and you don't have to do all well, it's optional to have it on Classroom as opposed to Kahoot, where it's completely driven by you're all in the same room looking at one screen and then looking at your Chromebook or your computer. So to a kid, when they do it, they go to joinquizizz.com, and so what they see is this. So let me get my code again, 06882. So I go 06882, and I put my name in there and I join this. Now here's what it does. It finds an avatar. We don't really care about that, but the kids actually really liked it because they wanted to know what their avatar was going to be, and then some kids loved it, some kids hated it, etc. Totally pointless, but not to them. So then once I would start the game, so now you see back here for you, this is the teacher view, you'll see all your kids signed up. Once again, if they're inappropriate, you just X them out and they have to roll back in again. This code stays on all the time so that they can, if for some reason they got kicked out of the game, their Chromebook Wi-Fi went out, whatever it might be. So once you hit start game on their screen, I'm back on their screen now, this is what they see. They see the full question, they see a timer, and then all your answers. So if they get it right, they get a meme in there. The kids really liked the memes. Again, who cares? But the kids did. So if I messed the question up and put the wrong answer, they would see this. You also see the rank. It gives them the correct answer, which Kahoot does as well. Okay? And so they can work all the way through this thing, different memes each time for whether it's right or wrong. Let's do one that's wrong. So the kids really liked the memes. They just thought it was fun. And what I noticed is that they were really excited about playing it by themselves, but yet knowing they were playing it against other people in the room. They liked being able to see the question here, to see the answers with text as opposed to just the colors like on Kahoot. So in the end, in an informal survey of my classes, they all liked this format better than Kahoot for various reasons, as we've spoken about. So at the end, on the teacher one, it will give you, if you have all the kids playing, it gives you a graph of the kid's name, which ones they got right, which ones they got wrong, all of that kind of stuff. So, so that's basically it. You can export all your work into right here. So this is where you would see, here's the question. So I missed question 4. You roll down, who is currently the school's debate coach. I missed that one. I got this question right. So you would be able to do a quick formative assessment of where your kids are at. So then you could export it to wherever you might like, but it's going to natively go onto this view where you could title it what you needed to and then save it wherever you needed to over here. So saves as an Excel file, but if you then imported it into your Google Drive and had it converted over into a Google document, you could do that too. So that's it. I think it's a pretty cool program. Kids definitely liked it. Still just as easy to use as Kahoot. I liked it that it wasn't so teacher driven, that I could have them playing it. I could walk around. I wasn't tied down to making sure that the screen went to the next screen for them to get to the next question. So the Kahoot is very much teacher driven. Quizizz is student driven. They don't have to wait for everybody in the class to move on to the next question. They can go there as soon as they get done. However the program does it, it's comparing their times and giving them feedback on their in first place, second place, etc. So the kids love that, but yet it's at their own pace. So some definite advantages to this program. And then the fact that you can put it into a homework assignment on Classroom, another benefit, I think, because you could leave that same Quizizz open all throughout your unit, and then when they're ready to test on the unit, once they've taken the test, maybe you close it down, maybe you leave it open for the entire school year, and they can play it anytime they wanted to, whereas Kahoot would obviously need to be opened and played by you with them knowing they're playing and knowing that you're controlling it. So in the end, I think it's a pretty good program. Excuse me. You might want to check it out. If you have any questions, let me know.